Hello, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you are new here. My name is Brittany, and I'm going to be doing a reading for you guys today. So if you came across this video, if you came across this video, if you felt called to clicking on this video, then this definitely could be I feel like, chills. I feel as though I'm really talking to my leaders right now. I am talking to the leaders of the revolution. I feel as though if you felt called to this video, there's a message here for you. And if you know what I mean when I say leaders of this revolution, then this message is for you. My healers as well, or I shouldn't say healers, but yes, healers, but those who have been healing, those who have been breaking generational, I want to say curses, but like generational trauma, trauma that has been passed down. You have been healing, and you have been breaking those cycles. And I feel like you feel as though you have a bigger calling. And I shouldn't say bigger as in better than, but you feel as though you're meant to do something more than maybe what you're doing right now. And you might be struggling with what that is, what that looks like. You might be trying to figure out how to show up, how to show up. How am I supposed to, I feel and I know that I'm meant for something bigger here. How do I get there? What is it that I'm supposed to do? I have this feeling, this knowing, it's this inner knowing that you have. And some of you might be struggling with how to show up in that way. So the first part of this message is you are already showing up by doing the healing work. What's really important here is healing. That is step one. There is no step two until step one is complete. And this doesn't mean, you need to be fully healed, because that's not possible. Healing is a forever journey. But there's certain things that you chose to heal before coming down here that you need to kind of heal first before moving on to what's next. Because in order to move on to what's next, it's like you can't be operating from wounds, you can't be operating from ego. Because wounds, if you're operating from wounds, a wounded place, that's an egoic place, you can't be the best leader that you can be coming from a wounded place, if that makes sense. So to step into this role that you feel you are meant to step into, you need to finish. It's like, I don't want to say finish healing again, because healing's a forever journey, but I think you understand what I'm saying. And you are already showing up by doing this work. Like, you are already completing or doing your mission by doing this healing work. How? It has so much more of an impact on this earth than you understand, because we are all one, we are all connected. So by healing, you are raising your vibration, which in turn is helping raise everyone else's. It's like when you have like a bunch of pudding, or like, what is that, like that stuff that kids putty that kids play with, goo. It's like when you lift up goo, it's like you start by lifting up a piece, and then it's like the rest needs to like come up and follow, so by raising your vibration, you quite literally are helping the entire planet raise. And it's like, we chose to come down here. I feel like if this is you chose to come down here to help heal, because the earth is so wounded. Earth is so wounded, and the beings of earth are wounded and in pain right now. There's so much pain in this world right now. And you came here to help transmute that pain, heal that pain. And you're doing it by healing these things within you that might have been passed down, or whatever it may be. Know that you are helping transmute this pain. So you are like, that's huge. And you are already doing that by healing. So you need to know that. That's step one. You don't need to worry about how to show up. Worry about healing and showing up in a loving way with an open heart, having compassion, getting yourself to a place where you genuinely have compassion for all people, even people that treat you like shit, even people who have maybe really hurt you. It's when you're able to genuinely have compassion and understand why people do what they do. It takes a long time and it takes commitment to get there. It takes a long time and it takes commitment to get there, to understand why, your perpetrator maybe hurt you, or why people hurt other people. Forgiveness, understanding, compassion. And it takes a while to get to that place. It's one thing to say, yes, I'm compassionate. Yes, I am forgiving. Yes, I'm understanding. It's one thing to say that and to actually feel that. I feel like if you're attracted to this video, there's going to be I want to say 3 groups. It's interesting. I'm picking up on 3 different groups right now. 3 different collectives. It's like one collective, but 3 collectives. And I feel like you're all on different parts of the journey. Some of you might just be coming into this. Some of you might have been really on the healing. Maybe some of you are in the thick of the healing journey. And some of you are, I feel like, on the other, I don't want to say on the other side because healing is a forever journey, but on the other side, for lack of a better word. But we're all here for the same kind of reason. And there's different waves of us waking up to this. So I feel called to say to some of you too, maybe save this video and come back to it. Save this video and come back to it maybe when you're farther on the journey. Watch it now, but I'm saying I feel called to say you might want to come back to it at some point. Yeah. But going back to what I was saying before, step 1 is healing and self-love. Healing and self-love. Because you cannot step into the next part until you are ready for the next part. You don't need to create what the next part is or try to figure out how to show up. Show up for yourself. And when you are that person that's ready for the next part will find you. When you are ready for the next part, the next step, the next stone will find you. You do not need to search for it. You do not need to search for it. You simply need to heal, focus on self-love, self-acceptance, trust the divine timing, take inspired action, pursue your joys and your passions, and the next part will find you. Trust that. Also, if you're feeling like it needs to come quicker, that's ego. Patience is a virtue, and a part of this is learning patience. So it's not going to come as quickly as you hope it does. It's not going to come as quickly as you think it is, because if it did, you wouldn't appreciate it, because you wouldn't yet be the person that understands or sees the beauty in it. Because a part of the message here is as you go on this journey, you're going to change as a person. So what you think you want right now or what you think it actually is, or whatever it is not actually what it is. So there's this sense of shifting that's going to happen. If it were to come now, you wouldn't appreciate it because you're not the type of person yet to appreciate it. And this is not me saying you're not an appreciative person. Okay, I really want to make that clear. My point with that is you are changing as a person. So don't rush this. Trust the divine timing, because if it were to come now, it's kind of what's the word? I can't think of the word. You'd fumble it. You're being guided to keep going and keep pursuing this, and don't hold on to anything. Take inspired action, and if you feel called to start something or do something, follow that, pursue that, but let go of any attachment you have as to where it might take you. Because sometimes you might fully think this is the direction I need to go, and maybe all the signs are leading there. For example, maybe all the signs are leading you to start a podcast, and you're I need to start a podcast. I know that I need to start a podcast. My soul, and intuitively and you got this message surrounding it, and it feels very important. follow the podcast, but let go of where it's going to take you, because when you have such a strong feeling for something, it's easy for the mind to come in and make assumptions. For example, the podcast, the mind might assume, okay, I meant to do this. Clearly the podcast is going to blow up. If I know my soul is calling me to do this, I got the message, maybe even on a journey, you got the message and it's so clear to you that this is what it's supposed to be. So the mind is going to naturally assume, well, if this is what I'm supposed to do, then of course the podcast is going to blow up and it's going to reach millions of people. But maybe your soul was calling you to do the podcast simply so you can find your voice, simply so you can practice utilizing your voice. Maybe it wasn't supposed to actually get big. And that's just an example, but it's trusting where these messages are taking you. It's trusting where your intuition is guiding you, but really releasing any expectation of where you think it might take you, because in doing so, that will actually cause more resistance. It will cause more resistance and slow down your actual path, because if you're holding on to something, more than likely when you're ready to move on to the next thing, you're not going to so easily move on to the next thing, because you're going to be holding on to what you thought this was supposed to be. Or you might give up if you're not getting the if you thought it was supposed to do really well and you're working hard at it and it's not doing well, you might get discouraged and give up. So it's letting go of any expectation. The key here is really letting go of expectation, and it's like I'm hearing surrender and trust the divine timing, surrender and trust the divine timing. We have the Page of Swords bottom of the deck, which is really giving me this energy of learning. You are in a phase of learning right now with the Star at the bottom of the deck. The stars are aligning. Your path is aligning. Splitting the deck to the Hermit as well. Your path is aligning. Your path is aligning. Your path is aligning. I just keep hearing that. Your path is aligning. Sorry, I'm like repeating that, but I really feel like I need to repeat that. Excuse me, but you're in a phase of learning right now. Often we get too excited, we get ahead of ourselves, and we want it right away. We want it to make sense right away. You are right where they want you. You are right where they want you. Trust that. They're asking you to trust that. They're asking you to let go of expectation. They're like, hey baby, we got you. Like, you are here. You are here on behalf of us. We are going to make sure that you are taken care of, but you need to trust us here, because we are preparing you right now. You are in the midst of preparation, and this preparation is not for the weak. This preparation is not for the weak, and we are asking you to trust, because it is in trust and it is in faith that we will know whether or not you can withstand what is next. Whew. We will know whether you can withstand what is next. But in order to withstand what is next, you must fully surrender and trust. And we must see you able to do that. We must see that happen. That might take some time. That might take some time to unfold. That is okay. We are patient. We are not in the rush here. It is you that is in the rush. It is you that is in the rush. We are in no rush. We are willing to wait as long as it takes. We are willing to wait as long as it takes for you to get to where we need you. We are not in a rush. It is you that is in the rush. And by being in a rush, you will miss things on the path. If you are running, you are going to miss things as opposed to walking. Slow and steady, slow and steady. There is no rushing this here. Page of Swords, you're really in a phase of learning right now. It's like battle, learning. You are acquiring what you need. You are acquiring the tools that you need. Spirit is presenting you with situations and people that are going to help equip you, that are going to help you learn. And it is through these experiences, that you are gaining the knowledge and wisdom and tools necessary for what is next. So don't question what comes out of your life, what comes in and out of your life. Don't question any of that, even things take a U-turn, even if you think it's going one way and it's a sharp right or a sharp left or a U-turn unexpectedly. You are simply being asked to surrender more and trust more. The easier it'll be for you. Okay, what's really standing out to me is so the Star coming out and then the Hermit came out, and do you see the Star here? It's interesting. There's just correlation with that there. It's you are destined Like, it's your destiny. Destiny is coming to mind. Destiny. This is your destiny. You can't fuck it up. This is your destiny. You can't mess it up. So don't rush it. There is no rushing destiny. Destiny unfolds in divine timing. The Hermit, it's like, this is like introspection, self-evaluation. There's a lot of inner shifts that's happening for you right now. I really, really feel that. We have the Eight of Wands that's wanting to come forward too. Like there's, and the World at the bottom of the deck. Like there's such forward movement here for you. Oh, there's such forward movement here for you. And trust that even when things seem to be going backward, like things are actually moving forward for you. The more you're able to surrender and let go, the more things are moving forward. The sooner things can fall into place. The more you allow to let go, the more you release and surrender, the quicker things can fall into place. Four of Wands coming out, and I'm splitting the deck to the Lovers. Too many cards flipped, but the Lovers, Four of Wands, like you are headed towards, are you kidding? The Lovers and the Four of Wands. You are headed toward so much more love, for one. Like the Lovers is very much so about self-love, but just love in general. And Four of Wands is like celebrations, milestone energy. It's like reaching a new level. It's like you are on your way to reaching a new level. Woo, chills. You are on your way to reaching a new level. The Hierophant coming out. The Hierophant coming out, the Empress and the Tower coming out, and the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, you, honey, are on your come up is the energy. Everything might be falling out of your life. Maybe this has been happening already, but it's so that you can step into who you actually are and why you're actually here. And that's a process of unlearning a lot of things, unlearning things that held you back. You are stepping into your true potential, your true power. This is divine feminine energy. This is spiritual teacher, leader, guide is the energy I'm getting. Like our leaders, again, this is a leader. You are a leader of the revolution. I also feel called to say this is not only my feminines. There's definitely some divine masculines here as well. But we do have like the Empress coming out, which is like divine feminine energy. And the Hierophant, there's just spiritual teacher, leader, guide, like the wisdom. And with the Eight of Pentacles coming out with that, and the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Like, are you kidding me? Again, this is the other card of and strength underneath that, and justice underneath that. The Mate and the Fool. These major arcana cards, man. I tell you, this is huge energy here. Going back to the Eight of Pentacles, it's like you are. Again, this phase of learning, self-mastery. You are really learning how to master self. You are really learning how to master self, the dark and the light within you. You are mastering it all. You are learning. This is a learning period. You are really tuned in, tapped in, turned on. You are stepping into, it's like this goddess energy. You are stepping into this leadership energy. But in order to fully be in this energy, there's a lot of unlearning and learning that needs to happen. That is happening. It's like, again, I'm feeling like there's 3 different groups here, and you're all on different parts of this path. One is not better than the other. Okay, you're just on the path based on when you decided to be on the path, like we all decided before coming down here. So if you feel like you're more so at the beginning of this, like I said before, maybe like save it, come back to it. But justice, the Fool, like there, and strength, like there is so, and splitting the deck to the World and the Wheel of Fortune underneath that. Like, holy shit, man. Holy shit, man. The major arcana card just is crazy. This is huge energy. This is huge energy. Keep doing what you're doing because we need you. Regardless of where you're at, keep doing what you're doing. Trust yourself. You are wiser than you realize. Your soul. This is like ancient. I feel like you are a very old soul. It's like the ancestors reincarnated. You chose to come down here because Earth is going through turmoil. Earth is going through hell. You chose to come down here to bring your wisdom and to help Earth at this time. But in order to fully step into this role, you must unlearn the ways of this world. And the ways of this world have really impacted you. And that's okay. It is not your fault. You knew that would happen coming down here. So now is the hard part, to unlearn and to remember, so that you can step into your power, so that you can teach, so that you can lead by example, so that you can share and spread your wisdom. Whoa. I'm looking at the time, it's 4:14, that's standing out to me. I'm gonna leave it there. Splitting the deck to the Emperor. Okay, so we got the Emperor and Empress. We got divine feminine and masculine energy coming through here. We got my kings and queens. You came down here to help at this time. You are the leaders of this revolution, and we need you in tip-top shape to lead. We need you in tip-top shape to lead. You cannot lead unless you are in tip-top shape, because this world has a hold of a lot of people. This world has a hold, the darkness has a hold of majority of people here, and our leaders cannot be in the dark to lead. And know that you are on the path of releasing yourself from the grips of the dark. You are on the path of releasing yourself and freeing yourself. You are on the path of freedom. When you are free, then you will be ready. When you are free, then you will be ready. Trust that. Trust that. We will give you things slowly as you are ready for things slowly, but we are not going to give you more than what you can handle. We are not going to give you more than what you can handle, even if you think you can handle more. Because trust us, we know that this world is tricky. The mind is tricky. It's why Earth is so lost. It is why the people of Earth, it is why they are so lost at this time. And you knew that you would be lost coming here as well, and that is okay. There's no shame. You chose this because you also knew that you had the power to free yourself, and that takes time. That takes time, and just because you are awakening, it does not mean you are fully free. Just because you are awakened, it does not mean you are fully free. There is a difference. Okay. Whew, I'm going to leave that message there. Let me know what you thought. This was pretty intense. Yeah, this was an intense message. This is an intense message. I'm looking at the devil here too, coming out reverse with the Ace of Wands. It's like, yeah, release, and the Ace of Cups, which is about going back to the heart. It's like freeing, releasing, like freeing yourself from the shackles of the ego. Yeah, you got this. Thank you for doing what you're doing. We need you. We fucking need you. There's no rush. Thank you for what you're doing already, because you are already making a huge shift and huge change. I love you.
This is me, I'm so royal, and you all wanna be round. Yeah, you all wanna be round. Round a champion, a champion.